Hello, and welcome to our 5th virtual gala. In previous years, we have done a celebration of gratitude, a celebration of service, a celebration of giving, and a celebration of innovation. This year, the 40th anniversary of the UMC Foundation, we welcome you to a celebration of love. To quote from 1 Corinthians, "And the greatest of these is love." If all you knew of UMC was the buildings that make up our communities, you are missing a great deal, because there indeed is a strong sense of love and compassion, which you'll clearly see and feel during our presentation. And now it is my pleasure to introduce to you the President and CEO of UMC Communities, Mark Lenhart.
Thank you, Gary. Hello, everyone. It's a privilege to be with you virtually, united in celebration, in purpose, and in love. Over the past year, I've had the chance to witness some truly beautiful moments across all of our communities. I particularly remember walking through one of our campuses and seeing a resident teaching a teammate how to play a card game, patiently and joyfully, like they'd known each other for years. Or the time a service coordinator quietly stayed late to help a resident prepare for a family Zoom call, just to make sure everything went perfectly. These aren't isolated moments. They are reflections of the culture we built together. United Together, a celebration of love, isn't just a theme, it's who we are. It's the board member who asks, what more can we do? The donor who says, I believe in this mission. The new supporter who sees the heart behind our work and chooses to join us. It's the resident who reminds us every day why this work matters. To our longtime supporters, thank you for your unwavering belief in us. And to our new donors, we're so thankful for you. You, teammates, and residents are the soul of our organization, and we're grateful for the family that you've created. Together, we are building something enduring, something loving, something united. And now it's my pleasure to introduce someone who embodies that spirit. Please join me in welcoming the Vice President of your UMC Foundation, Jim Roberts.
Thanks so much, Mark. I have the honor and privilege of serving all of you in my role as Vice President of the UMC Foundation. When Gary developed the name for this program, United Together, a celebration of love, I couldn't have imagined a better name or theme for this year's program. A year ago, I stood before you in what was a transformational time for our foundation. In this, our 40th year, this name is not only perfect for this program, but it embodies the work and spirit with which the foundation team has come together and is creating new paths forward to have an impact on all those we humbly serve. From our amazing donors and sponsors, some of whom you will hear from during our program, to our UMC residents, teammates, and volunteers, we couldn't be successful without them or without you. You'll hear stories of love and grace throughout this program, and we hope it inspires you to learn more about the UMC Foundation and UMC Communities. You can visit us at supportumcf.org to learn more. And if you are so inclined, please join us as a donor, sponsor, or volunteer in our work. Please enjoy our program, and on behalf of the UMC Foundation, thank you for your support.
And now it's my pleasure to introduce the chair of the UMC Foundation Board of Trustees, Cora Park.
Hello, my name is Cora Park, and I am the chair of the UMC Foundation Board of Trustees. And I want to welcome everybody to our 5th virtual event, United Together, a celebration of love. And I gotta say, during my visits to our communities, and when I tag along on field trips, which are a blast, by the way, you can clearly see the love that defines our communities. It is certainly incredible, and it's that is what we're celebrating this evening. So super excited. I want to just take this moment, and I want to thank all of our many donors and all of our sponsors, because without you, you make our mission for the UMC Foundation possible. So I hope you enjoy the show. Thank you.
We are dedicating our show tonight to our dear friend and leader, Reverend Ed Carl. We were deeply saddened, as were so many of Ed's friends and family, when Ed passed away entirely way too soon in August. Reverend Ed served and enriched Methodist churches in Englishtown, Spotswood, Highland Park, Tuckerton, Westfield, and Denville before retiring in 2018. For the past 10 years, Ed has served on our UMC Foundation board and most recently as chair of the UMC Operating Board. He was truly a man of God, but with a twinkle in his eye. We deeply thank Gabrielle, Chris, Dylan, Tyler, and Olivia for sharing him with us. We hope that our show is a true reflection of the love that Ed had for UMC. So we would like to begin our show, as we always do, with a prayer that Reverend Ed shared at our last gathering from his favorite author, Ted Loder. God, without you, we are truly scared stiff of making mistakes, of being ridiculed or rejected, or missing out in our always fumbling uncertainties. So we pray that your Spirit will hover over us to enable us to separate with you the light from the darkness in the change that seeks to shape us and which we seek creatively to shape. We pray that your Spirit lift us and encourage us to keep getting up and going on, no matter how many times we have tripped up and fallen crying down. So move in and among us so that we may grow in your Spirit, rejoice in your kingdom, and live with passion this amazing life that by your grace is in us and that we are gratefully in. Amen. A challenge for us at the UMC Foundation is sometimes showing our many donors where their generous dollars go. We think we will go a long way tonight in demonstrating the abundant life that our residents enjoy and the compassionate serving that our teammates provide in showing the impact of your giving. We have had the pleasure over the last few weeks of talking to many who live, serve, visit, and volunteer at our communities, and hearing about the love that they are experiencing and providing. You will see them tonight, and of course, we begin with our residents. Our first stop is our Bristol Glen community in Newton in Sussex County. Here is resident Abby Houghton.
But then life gives you, a little different venue or a different road to travel, and you're here. And I think most people make the very best of it. And we look forward to meeting people because you have absolutely made a severance, many of us, from where we used to live. And so this is the place to start over and make new friends. And people are very accommodating, really. Everybody's very friendly. I certainly wouldn't want to be at all grumpy and negative. Life's too short. And since life has taken a big change, you begin to feel empowered with maybe what you can do with the rest of your life, rather than thinking about your children and your husband and all that. Because here you are trying to make a life for yourself that is productive and has something of value. It's a haven where you can come and feel secure and build relationships that are very, very important and comforting to you when you've lost a loved one.
From our Wesleyan community in Red Bank in Monmouth County, resident Esther Hill describes how she felt when she got the news that an apartment was waiting for her.
One evening, I was in my garage doing some work, and I was walking back in, and I stopped. And my thing was, I says, "Dear God, I don't ask for a lot, but please let me find some place. Please help me find a place for me to live. I know I could go live with my son and his family, but I'm not ready for that." I walked into my house. The telephone rang, and I looked down, and it said Wesley Arms. I wanted to scream, but I held my composure, and Alice called to tell me that they had something available in May. And she says, "Are you still interested?" I says, "Yes." I said, "If you want me to move tomorrow, I can." Wesley is a very comfortable place to live in. I feel at peace here in Wesley.
Let's head down the turnpike to exit 3 and meet Elaine Sheets from our Pittman Manor community.
So when the time came, my friend said to me, Elaine, this was in the fall, and he said, Elaine, you and your children have to have a talk. And if you want to go to Pittman Manor, then you should do that. So I took his advice, and I love it here. And the things that I love about this place is it's a family. I love it here. It has the activities that I would want to do. The food is excellent. The care is, that's the loving part. And you know, they know my name, and it's not just me. It doesn't matter who it is. And I also notice that when I'm walking, they're also, if they see someone down the hall or somewhere that looks like there's a little problem, then they, you know, check it out. And that's the love. That's the warmth. It's a family community. The upbeat part of my life is, number one, I've been very blessed. I haven't had it hasn't been a bed of roses, let's say, but through it all, my church and my family. I just enjoy life. You know, it's an adventure. This is my home. I've been here, it'll be 5 months very shortly, and I just love it. I just can't say any more about it. It's just a loving, warm, friendly home experience.
Okay, back to Newton to meet Bristol Glen residents Jim and Peg Smith.
We really love it here. I think some days, we never go out of the building for a week, and then all of a sudden I'll say, we better run the car. We especially enjoy the waiters and waitresses. They're young, they're kids, you know, and
No, we have fun with the cleaning staff.
we have fun. Yeah, that's true.
We have fun with the maintenance guys.
Yeah,
Uh,
they're all very special.
It is a big family. It's a family not only of the residents, it's a family with the staff.
We still tell each other we love each other. How many times a day? 5, 6.
It gets to the point I say to her, are we saying I love you too much so that it doesn't mean anything?
No.
Or do you enjoy hearing it? She said, I enjoy hearing it. So do I. So at that point, 1 time, 20 times, doesn't make any difference.
Perfect for us.
Yep.
Now here's 2 special residents of our Covenant Place community in Plainfield. Say hello to Rose Day and Eva Scott.
I love people, so I love intermingle with the residents, and I love to be as much help as I can around here, and I love to keep the place beautiful, help them keep the place beautiful. They love the seniors. They're concerned about our lives, and they make it comfortable for us, and we're able to communicate.
First of all, my mom always taught me to love people. No matter what, you love people. And that has, instilled in me throughout my life. And now it's just there. And that's what I do. I just love people.
My life is serving, giving, and that's part of my ministry, to help someone, to put a smile on someone's face. And the song comes to my mind, if I can help somebody along the way, then my living is not in vain. But when she moved here on the 5th floor, it seemed like God gave each of us a gift, and that gift was one another. We're there for each other.
When I got here and, knowing she was living here, then we connected and we just, been like working hand in hand. And when we do different things together, we just have so much enjoyment. We get the pleasure of just being together, and we just go out to, breakfast, dinner, lunch, whatever. And we have such a good time, and then we just communicate with each other in such a loving way that, like around here they say we're inseparable. But anyway, we know we love each other, and that's the bottom line, really. We love one another.
It's clean, it's safe, it's friendly.
The teammates of our UMC communities make all the difference. They are dedicated, compassionate, and yes, full of love. Here's Lily and Colleen from Bristol Glen.
Well, first of all, I love the residents, the people that we work with, because we're rehab professionals. I'm an OT, and the quality of the residents that we get here, the patients are just lovely. My team, my boss, Wendy, is absolutely wonderful. And of course, my coworkers, Colleen. She's like the best thing. We're very supportive of each other. We work together. There's no like, oh, that's your, no, we're all like a team, right? Like, we're thoughtful. She's one of the most thoughtful people you could ever work with, Colleen. They are essentially us, and all their stories and just the humanity that they have, the experiences. Oh, their
faith. We have some with such strong faith.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see, and I hope to have that.
Me too. I know. I consider my coworkers one of my very best friends. Our department. Well, what do you?
We're the best in there.
Yeah.
No, our department's phenomenal. I think.
It really is. It really is.
Everybody has that genuine need to help, and they want to. They enjoy it.
I'm especially happy to introduce Tracy Hill from a Collingswood community deep in the heart of Philadelphia Eagles territory. Tracy clearly gets it.
I love it here. It's a pleasure to come to work. This is the first job I truly, truly, truly loved. When people would say, you know what, if you love what you're doing, you're not working, I can say that about this job. Where before, I knew I was working. We are family. We help one another. We make sure our residents are okay. They probably get tired of us saying, oh, you all right? Hey, what's up? But we do. We look after everybody, and we realize that this is their home. This is not somewhere where they're a hospital or something. This is their home. So we let them know, hey, I tell them all the time, I work for you. This is your home. You're letting me in. And in today's world, you don't have all of that anymore. It's sad because the loving is out of the business now. There is no loving in the business now, but here there is. Unique, godly, joy. It just puts a smile on your face.
It was such a pleasure sitting down with Karis Dixon from Pittman Manor. Her passion for her residents is truly inspiring. Here's Karis.
Oh, it really, I love her so much. I really do. I'm here a lot. I work 16-hour shifts, so I get to see her all the time. And we talk so much. She just tells me things about her life, and she'll remember things like my name. I say, oh, what's my name? And she'll be like, oh, there's too many letters. And then she'll be like, Karis, and it's my favorite. And she'll call me Carrot sometimes because she thinks it's funny, and I don't know why, but yeah. I did not think, with me and our relationship, it's when I'm working, we still have to get things, I still have to get things done, but it's I'm just talking to her as a friend almost. I come here on my days off and I do her hair, and I get her favorite chocolates. She loves chocolate. Oh my gosh. Oh, we'll just be laughing hysterically, and I love that so much with her. because there'll be some hard days, but if I really just sit there and like talk to her, even on the hard days, like there still can be like some joy. And, like, yeah.
It sounds like you love what you do.
I really do, yeah. I love being an aide. I mean, it is a good environment, but like the residents really make you want to stay with them like all the time.
We're very blessed tonight to have not one, but two premier partners for our event. And we couldn't think of two better ones. The first one is Hawks. Marty Rosica and his team at Hawks have been with us for over 10 years, providing incredible first-class quality service to our facilities up and down the state of New Jersey. When we see a Hawks truck outside our building, we know that we are seeing a team that blends in perfectly with our residents and our teammates. Thank you, Hawks, for always being there for us. Our second premier sponsor, our friends at Sweetwater Construction. The Sweetwater UMC relationship goes back years, and their handiwork is so visible at many of our communities. Incredible transformations at our Collingswood community and our Shores community, especially. Sweetwater is a first-class operation, and they know and we know when they are at our communities, life goes on. The residents welcome them, and it's an amazing experience to have them at our communities, knowing that when they're done, it's so much better. We thank Sweetwater for once again always being there for us, for our residents, and for our teammates. We also want to take time to thank the many sponsors who are supporting our event tonight. Reunion RX LLC, UFCW Local 152, Point B Communications, Action Plumbing, New Age, the Holman Foundation, Sodexo, Sprague, Video Crew, Princeton Strategic Communications, and Baker Tilly. Lucinda Newbill at our Collingswood community is a wonderful example of a love-filled teammate who clearly relishes the work that she does. Here's Lucinda.
What I love about working here, what I love about this job, I really love the connections I get to form with the residents. I love the time we spend together, whether it's making food or going outside for walks or playing games together or listening to music. My knowledge of like 50s, 60s, 70s music has exploded since I started working here. But I especially love those quiet moments where we can both like enter a calm space together. Sometimes I'm anxious, sometimes, you know, they may be anxious, but we have these moments where we can sort of bring peace to each other, and I really love that. It's something that you don't always get to experience in everyday life. I think one thing I would like people to know is that, you know, we really strive to, here at Collingswood Manor, we really strive to protect everyone's dignity as a person, but also protect their joy, if that makes any sense. It's like we want this to be a place where everyone's like physically healthy, you know, and physically thriving, but also mentally, spiritually, emotionally, including families in that. Like I can see that there's this push. We want to have everyone be like a very holistic perspective on everything. Collingswood Manor is a great place to work. It's full of great people, full of great teammates, and full of great residents. There are so many great people here. I use the word great a lot, but I'm serious. There are so many wonderful people here.
It's unlikely that a resident moves into our community and thinks, I'm going to be a mentor. Or a young dining worker starts a new job and thinks, I'm going to get the best life lessons. But it's happening every day at our UMC communities. Here's a great example. From Bristol Glen, resident Jim Stanley and dining worker Joey Haas.
My name's Jim Stanley. I've been a resident here at Bristol Glen in Newton for the past year and a half. It's been a great place. I have the opportunity today to talk about one of our dear friends, actually more than just a server, but a true ideal employee of Bristol Glen. He certainly puts a smile on everybody's face, and his name is Joey.
You know, when I took the job, I was like, man, this is going to be great to serve residents, and it's just, I love all that stuff, and I like to make impact people's lives, and I think it's great. And just hit with the overwhelming of all the residents and people like Jim, who are such great people, just to, you know, show how he feels about me, and I do the best I can, and I love it. I love it here.
He has that marvelous personality that greets everybody with a smile. makes you feel like your family, and say, don't worry, you're going to get your order in about 3 minutes. Can't do anything about that's just fantastic. He has a very calm and thoughtful presence, a general warmth that comes with each table. The words that take up is that he handles difficult conversation with residents with professionalism. Everybody wants to know when Joey's on, and so that's a nice thing.
I definitely try and go above and beyond. I kind of put it at midget like if it was my family or one of my parents, and I think it's huge. It's almost like my way of like giving back. And I always, whenever there's an issue, I make sure I tackle it. And like Jim says, I listen and do the best I can because I know that these are great people I'm surrounded by, and people like Jim, they take good care of me and give back great feedback for me, and I love the feedback and I learn from it, and I'm just happy to be here. I think that's what's great because like I find it so interesting to talk to all the residents because there's just more than just serving. I want to know what was your career, how, what'd you do? Like I love all that stuff, and to be able to sit and talk with them, not just on a serving level, but just sit down and let them enjoy their meal on top of talking and their input. It's just so awesome. I learned so much about careers, and they give me advice, and it's just so beneficial, and that's part of the getting from them. My favorite.
Bristol Glen is my home.
Linda Hamrick has been an integral part of our Collingswood Manor community for 35 years. Here she is with one of her favorite residents, Pat White.
I love the residents, and it's a great organization to work for. The bottom line is they care about the residents, and it's just something new and different every day, whether it would be when I was in community life and was planning programs with the residents, or now as director of tapestries. It's a whole new role, but equally enjoyable. I just love the residents, the stories, working with family members. It's just a joy to get up and come to work.
I gotta learn how to talk like that.
You did better than me. Big reveal. Who's gonna win tonight?
Well, we know who's gonna win.
Let's do the cheer.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Hurrah!
The bonds between a teammate and their residents are strong, deep, and loving. Welcome resident Peg Lamb and Shore's teammate, Robin Crowley.
I love it. I've just been very blessed through my life. First of all, I would think faith comes first, family.
Well, she's such a loving person. She loves everybody, and she just oozes love. And she's helped me quite a bit through some tough times. She's just so knowledgeable, and I depend on her for advice and her experiences in life. And plus we just have a lot of fun. We share the same sense of humor. I think Peg's got a great sense of humor.
I'm not supposed to ask a woman this question, but how old are you?
Oh, you can. I'm proud of my age. 96.
What's the secret?
Love.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Peter McLaughlin, exercise physiologist at Collingswood Manor, takes his focus on the body well beyond by touching residents' hearts and souls as well. Here's Peter with one of his pupils, resident Julia.
I love how kind the staff is and how they go out of their way. And I was very excited to get here because this is basically my territory. I lived in Haddonfield and drove by this place all the time, and it's just comfortable. And when I knew I was coming here, I felt great. And I really, really like it a lot.
I really do love the environment that I work in, where my job is to help people the best that I can. My job is not to generate revenue or maximize some spreadsheet. It is to create genuine connection and help people through exercise maintain their independence. So that is a very noble goal that I can get behind all the time. We spend about 45 minutes to an hour just talking about this, that, and the other, and it's very easy to be my full, genuine self in an environment like this. And I think that those connections come very naturally to me and to residents, where like it doesn't matter that there's a generational divide. We're people being nice together, and that's what brings us together.
If I skip his class or don't do exercise for some reason, I feel like I really miss something. And I'm just used to all the exercise, and I've always done it as much as I could do it. And I feel great after it, even though on Wednesdays we have a pretty tough stretching class. You feel so good afterwards. I mean, it may hurt when you're doing it, but you know, what you get from it is just amazing, and I really like that. Historic, beautiful, comfortable, great place to live.
It really does feel like home.
A resident's family quickly becomes part of the community family as well. Here's Jean Stewart, whose mom and dad are flourishing at Pittman Manor.
Being from the area, I live 5 minutes away, I've always heard great things about this community. And so when we got here, we were greeted, we were treated like family right away. I couldn't have felt more welcomed. I think my parents felt that. My dad was very hesitant, didn't want to move, but the house was becoming a lot for my mother. So it was time 2 years ago, and it was actually health-wise just in time. 2 years ago when we moved in, and up to the day that they moved, my dad was very reluctant. And I'm telling you, after 3 weeks, he said, I love it here. I love it here. The maintenance crew is fantastic. The housekeeping, they're not in there just to do a job. If they call them, they sit down, they talk to them, they make them feel relaxed. And I think that's really what helped transition my dad, who's very stubborn, to love this place. And you know, now they can't say, oh, this is enough. And the care here is amazing. And I have told the staff before, their TLC here is just beyond what we could have imagined it would be. We feel very safe. You know, if we can't get to them in a couple days because of schedules or something, we don't worry a bit, because they are so aware of my parents and what they do, and how they're feeling, and just the attentiveness, the love, the kindness, and it's all genuine. You can tell it's all genuine, and we couldn't feel better about them being here, and they feel the same. And I'm telling you, my sisters and I discuss this all the time, how looked after and cared for they are here, that we have no worries. I mean, you have your usual worries about your parents or whatever, but just this has taken a lot off of our plates since coming here. They love it, we love it. So my dad has been in and out of the rehab side, and he does still gets some skilled nursing. And anytime that we email whoever we need to talk to, anytime we call, we're always answered right away, and they take care of everything. They have made this transition 2 years ago up until now so easy for all three of us girls. So yeah, we love them.
Here's Deb Ryder. She tells us about her mom's experience at Bristol Glen.
My mom is here, and she is in the healthcare unit upstairs in the Highlands. She's been a resident of Bristol Glen for about 13 years. She moved in independent living, and then she went to Assisted Plus, and now she's in the healthcare. She's 97. Oh my gosh, they're wonderful. And they're so good to Mom, I have to say, because she's been here as long as she has, and socializing has always been a big part of her life. Whether they're in the healthcare unit, or they're the maintenance people, or the dining people, whenever we go and take a walk, it's, hello, Sue, how are you? And you get your hair done. They're very, very nice to her. And some of them know she likes a hug, so they'll give her that hug, and they make her feel, it's funny because I was thinking when I was coming in here that it says that it's, United Methodist Communities. And I really do feel that that's kind of how they try to make you feel, is that you are a part of the community that's here. And that's what Mom, I think, thrives on. The best place for my mom to be, to give her the comfort and the support that she needs.
Earlier, we recognized Holman as one of our sponsors. It appears Holman gives in other ways as well. The Holman team has been a constant presence at our Collingswood community over the years, walking the talk of Holman's dedication of giving to their surrounding neighbors. Here's Christine Sterling to tell you more.
Giving back and Holman enabling us to do that is just wonderful for the community and wonderful for us too as people. We love it. It is the highlight of our year when we get to go to Collingswood Manor. Especially the residents know we're coming. They're excited. They know who we are. They plan their day when we're coming. They're aware of what activities we do with them, and they are ready to go when we get there. Oh my gosh, are we getting? It's what you get in return, the smiles on their faces, the excitement when we get there. And they know that, you know, later in the day, we're going to do manicures, we're going to play bingo, we're going to have ice cream social, and we're just going to spend time with them. They love that. I mean, we spend time with those residents and they know who we are. They know who's going to call bingo. They know who's going to do manicures. They know who's going to run sing-along. But it's also between the Holman employees. We've got our core group that has participated for a couple years, and we love this program. So we all volunteer right away to get to be the ones to go to Collingswood Manor. A place full of love and caring.
Here's Karen Young, a volunteer at our Shores community, telling us how helping out at the Shores has made such a difference in her life.
Working with Michelle is a lot of fun. I came in and met with her because I had filled out the volunteer paperwork, and we sat down together and I instantly felt very comfortable. But I wanted to form more one-on-one interaction with the residents, which I love. So my goal was to kind of, you know, maybe meet with some people that don't have big families, that need some extra support. And of course, Michelle, you know, got what I wanted, and that's what I've been doing for the last probably 2.5, 3 years. I volunteer with Melly, which is the resident therapy dog, and I take her around to some residents that might not be out in the open community where they stay more in their rooms. So I bring Melly to them, and they love that, and I love that. And you know, Melly just brings out so much joy in the residents, so it's just great to see that. I get a lot out of it. It's when you walk into the Shores, it feels like a home. It's very comfortable. Everybody is super friendly, so it's a big family environment. I just love connecting with people. I feel like as they move on in their life and their age, they have so much to give and so much to say, and there's still so much to learn. So you never know what your day is going to be like when you walk in. You might talk to somebody new, somebody that just moved in. But I just love and enjoy meeting people. It's been a great way for me to feel attached to my community here in Ocean City. And, you know, getting to know Michelle and the staff and the residents, it's made me feel like Ocean City is definitely my home.
There are so many songs that are about love. The resident choir at Pittman Manor has picked one out that wonderfully summarizes the messages you have been hearing during our show. It may sound simple, but all you really need is love. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support of the UMC Foundation. And now, here's the Pittman Manor Choir.
Love, 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 love. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can make it's easy. All you need is love. Love is all you need. All you need is love. Do, 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 do. All you need is love. Do, 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 do. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. 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 She loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. He loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. We love you, yeah, 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 yeah. All you need is love.
Everybody, all you need is love. Bam, 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 bam. All you need is love. Bam, 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 bam. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need.